Shop here for their second drive. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. The drive starts with a run by White. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. At the 25-yard line. Going with White here. Toss left. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
Fielded just inside the 30. A beautiful fake. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. That's the end of the first After quarter. 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw is Fields. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is caught. It's a gain of 35.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
Herbert is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line. He'll try again. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. This Tampa Bay defense, they held strong on the first 2 plays. Now 3rd and goal. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. No gain on the play. It's 4th and goal at the 1-yard line. They're going for it. Here's Herbert. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Khalil Herbert, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And this one is incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. T.J. Edwards gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. Mayfield. Here's White. They set up the screen. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the 1st at about the 21. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. 4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. Taken from just outside the 30. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And they will take over 1st and 10. So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They've got the lead right now in this ball game, and they're on the heels of that nice win last week over the Packers. Now a first down throw. Fields steps away to his left. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Here's a give to Herbert. And some room to maneuver. Touchdown, Chicago! Khalil Herbert with his second touchdown of the game, fourth of the year. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Santos with the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Back now comes Tampa Bay. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
But no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both lost. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Kyler Gordon picks it off. Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball, because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. Fields. And it's caught. Touchdown. DJ Moore. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bears are able to add on to their first half lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit, because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit, in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. And on 4th down, on is the punt team, sending this one away. And he'll take it just outside the 40. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. We switch the attention now to Khalil Herbert as this offense comes out for their next drive. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Here's Fields now on 2nd down. Dancing to his left. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Here's Fields. He's going to look deep for more. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or two. It's no good, but that shouldn't matter a great deal as they still lead by a bundle here.
Wow, partner, it's almost a little jarring to see a holder set up on the other side of midfield. I haven't brought out my binoculars to make sure on that one. That is showing an awful lot of
pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that...
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Kyler Gordon picks it off. And the Bears are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw complete here to Kmet. Look at the big man rumble. He's on his way. Touchdown, Chicago. Cole Kmet, 79 yards. And the Bears come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Santos with the extra point, and that makes this 35-0 now. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll start here with a handoff to White. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. They keep it on the ground. White again. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker, was the one disrupting there defensively. On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 33. 23 yards on the play. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Running out of the gun with White. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. 44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They run straight ahead here with White. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
The running game's played a huge part in getting him down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
And now Mayfield on the bootleg. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Buccaneers are able to at least get one score back. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And they'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. On the return, it's Tristan Ebner from his end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. Starting on the ground with Herbert. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fields. Flush to his right. Oh, leaves him behind on the spin. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
There he goes left side. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Chicago. Khalil Herbert, 65 yards. And the Bears are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
We see this a lot on 3rd and short yardage, especially down here in the red zone. They're going to sell out to stop the run, try and hold them to a field goal. But once the running back gets past the first wave, the resistance can evaporate after that. And he not only picks up the first, but he takes it all the way into the end zone.
Now the point after try for Santos. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And a long run there in the end to top it off. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw on target to Godwin here.
75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down.
Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go.
Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front 7 today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
And it's incomplete. This offense so far on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. Here's a diving catch right side. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow them to convert a 3rd and 18. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And again, it's Mayfield. This is White on the screen. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Now Mayfield. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Andrew Billings getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
We switch the attention now to Khalil Herbert as this offense comes out for their next drive.
I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer in the end zone for a second home, because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line.
155 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Here's Fields.
Rolling to his right. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
I am willing to bet that he got a monster grin on his face when he saw what was happening. Man covers are so committed to denying a big throw that it pulled attention away from him, and he had an easy lane to hit, and hit it he did.
Now it's Fields.
Sliding out of the pocket.
And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding. And Mayfield again with the interception, his third. Picked up by Jamel Dean, and the Bears force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10.
Wait a second, they declined the penalty?
I'm as puzzled as you are, partner. I don't understand how anytime you lose possession of the ball, yet you turn down a penalty that would give you possession back. Let's make this simple. Anyone who plays the game, take the football. Always take the football.
On the draw, it's White. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
At the 11-yard line.
Mayfield now. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's White. Now, the stiff arm created some space initially, but he's taken down not long after. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Mayfield looks to throw. He's got White here. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. One last shot from Mayfield here. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Palmer. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right?
Listen, the past bananas, but I haven't seen it. You thought it was over, you bragging ignorance, you lack the vision. I'm sacrilegious, I feel my raptors, you ever offended my clearly crafted mission with crass intentions. You may have given them credit so they can save me. This ain't the end and you might as well go and lay down. Make way to witness the heights are going, I'm paid down. You pray for distance with guys like me, it's too late now. Preparation means opportunity, no? Being great has ambiguity, no? Too much at stake for your foolery, is it though? Keep on hating, it's fuel to me, did you know? What have I done? What are my motives? What am I thinking? What are you thinking? What's to be done? Who needs a motive? I won't be defeated. They don't want to see it. Don't want to believe it. But no one will stop to the most uneven. I'm close to achieving my goals. I'm needing to show them everything that I believe in. I ain't here to fight, Phil. I got everything to lose. Cheat codes, I'm flattered, but I don't need those. I ain't playing by the rules. I ain't playing with you. Show you what these hands are doing. I ain't playing with you. Keep playing. I'ma show you what these hands are doing. Hold up. Beautiful tragedies happen, one for the evening. No umbrella can shelter the way I storm on your weekends. I'm not interested, I wanna form an allegiance. I'm simply captivated on how you more my achievements. One screw away from feeling I'm gonna lose it. So who's to blame if I cultivated a movement? Stupid claims I'm a lunatic and I'm clueless, but you'll rule the day when I'm doing this for amusement. Preparation means opportunity, yes. Being great is ambiguity, yes. Too much at stake for your foolery, this a test. Keep on hating, this fuel to me, I ain't stressed. You gonna stop me? Well, ain't that so? Ain't nothing gonna block me from the pain I know. You have no other choice but to watch me reap the flames I grow. You probably think that I'm ungodly, but...
It's week 3 of the National Football League. And in the spotlight is Khalil Herbert. He was terrific a week ago. Well over 100 yards and several stops in the end zone. It's the Bears and the Chiefs, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports.
On the return, it's Tristan Ebner from his end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. So here are the Bears banked up to start their initial drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And he's off to a tremendous start here through 2 weeks of the season. Already 9 touchdown passes. Everyone wants to come out and generate a little momentum. He's done that and more, no question about it.
A man who led the league in yards per carry last year, it's Khalil Herbert.
And he'll get this one up to about his 14.
Pretty much unreal, not just in terms of yardage, Charles, but also throwing the 3 touchdowns as well.
When you put the whole package together, I can make you a pretty good guarantee right now. He's going to see a few more people in the box every time he lines up.
Yeah, I don't think that the defense has any choice. They've got to stop him. Can't let a repeat performance like that.
Agreed.
On second down, here's Fields. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick.
And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Brad, I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now because he might be in a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, his guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
They run with the second-year man, Isaiah Pacheco.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Open man, it's the tight end, Kelsey. And that's a touchdown, but hold on, there is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about.
That's Jawan Taylor, the right tackle.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now Mahomes. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Richie James, his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Chiefs use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. And now before we get to the extra point, remember that touchdown. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And it's now a 7-0 game. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone.
Ebner going to elect to bring this out of the end zone here. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Like the footwork back there, and I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. Now Fields. That's going to be caught downfield by Mooney. Now he gets free up the left sideline. Darnell Mooney, touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney taking it in. And the Bears are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Tyreek Stevenson picks it off.
And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner, and with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You called that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. On 1st and 10, it's Herbert.
Trucks over him. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Khalil Herbert, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year.
And the Bears have taken the lead. Santos with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Now, after the touchdown here, Santos to kick this one away.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field.
Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
Mahomes going to throw. Man open, that's Marquez Valdes-Scantling. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, Patrick Mahomes, guys, is playing at such an elite level. Defensively, coming into a game like this, Charles, there's got to be a lot of things, but what worries you the most?
I think you're exactly right about that. The list is extensive about what worries you. The way he can move, make completions on the run, the way he can throw against his body, heck, make left-handed throws, you name it, he gets it done. The biggest thing, though, is once he gets into rhythm, trying to get his timing chipped away, trying to stop that is really difficult to do.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
You look at this Bears defense.
It's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And when you're getting ready to face the number 1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hand.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
I was waiting for them to get there first because the momentum they carried from last week, unbelievable. They had a snowman, 8 sacks.
You were surprised that it took this long, and this isn't that long, truthfully. But here's the thing. If you've seen that on tape, your offensive line is going to have to ask for help. Tight end has to stay in. If you use a fullback, keep him in. Make sure you have extra people to try and keep your quarterback upright. Didn't work on that play.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Chicago.
Chase Claypool.
75 yards.
And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Santos now to add the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He's a second-round pick, a solid second-round pick. But when you're close to that first round, do you come in with a little chip on your shoulder?
You definitely do, because now your money's not the same. But even more than that, it's the prestige. Everyone wants to be a first-round pick, and he thought his talent demanded that. And I do know some teams in the league that had first-round grades on him.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good infusion of youth.
And they didn't really reach to get anyone as well. They stuck to their draft philosophy, got the best players they could at the time they were drafting, and inserted them into their lineup.
Fielded at about the 28. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Herbert to start the drive. To about the 33-yard line. You talk about this Chiefs defense. They've had their trouble stopping the run, Charles. Currently 29th in the NFL in that department.
And when people talk about facing a challenge, they are certainly getting one in this ball game, because they are facing the #1 rushing unit in the NFL, which means this is going to be a contest they've got to be prepared for from the first snap.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Rolling to his left. Oh, the spin. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down. Herbert powering up the middle.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
The Bears hit 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Quick slant finding Claypool.
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 27-yard line.
On play action, Fields.
They'll roll him out right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. Here's Fields.
On the move to his left. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
Khalil Herbert
with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Bears take a 3-touchdown lead.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again.
They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. Call it a gain of a yard, and that'll make it 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now Mahomes has his man. That's James. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. Throwing now is Mahomes. He's going to look deep down the field. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 43. A nice pickup of 17 yards. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 43. Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelce. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult 1st half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try waiting to the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
And again, it's Mahomes. His throw incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Mahomes now to throw. And then he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally is a sure-handed target.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. Butker's kick here is good, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Ebner going to elect to bring this out of the end zone here. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. For the Notre Dame man, Chase Claypool, in this offense, ready for their upcoming possession. He's delivered a solid performance so far here in the 2nd quarter.
Everything has been good for him. And right now, if you're on defense, you don't want it to go to great. So you have to just change up coverages and looks on him all the time. Press coverage sometimes, back off and play some man, show some zone, double team him, make him really work for each and every catch.
He's hit the end zone once. Maybe there's more in the tank. Now a 1st down throw, Fields. And his throw is incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield of man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Here's Fields. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. He's into space past the 25. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. To the air again, Fields.
toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Back to throw. Fields.
Escaping the pressure right. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Khalil Herbert on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Bears continue to pull away here in this first half.
Santos with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And able to get this out to the 25. The Chiefs going to go back on offense here late in this first half. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
It's now 3rd down.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half.
Well, look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
The Super Bowl champs trailing here, but they will get the ball first to begin quarter number 3. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped.
Offside, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
On second down, here's Mahomes. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 44-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep.
And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end. And that play going nowhere. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them, because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football,
and that's caught inside the 30. He's to the 10. Touchdown, Chicago. DJ Moore, 85 yards. And the Bears extend their lead yet again. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Quick throw caught out wide by Valdez-Scantling. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Now here's Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Mahomes to throw once more. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball. Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. They go play action. Now Mahomes out to his left. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there, because to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away, but the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Now Mahomes. A dump down to McKinnon. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away.
This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Now Fields.
And his throw here's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet. But they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
That'll be caught by Foreman.
And they're going to get him down shy of the 1st at about the 13-yard line. 3 quarters have come and gone. We're back now in KC. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Kyler Gordon picks it off.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Fields.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw caught by Tony.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Bears' 38-yard line.
Working from the gun, Mahomes.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Bears are going to take possession here at their own 33. Well, they've got the huge lead now. They have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
On 2nd and 10, Fields. Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed.
And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember,
pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Mahomes going to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. He's going to look deep for more.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position.
They run with a former Panther. It's D'Onta Foreman.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
On play action, it's Mahomes. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he's going to go down again. Andrew Billings in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. And we'll see what he can do on the return. Nifty move. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the Bears take over. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37.
Fields throw there, complete to Mooney. He's across midfield.
And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
In a spot where most offenses would just be trying to get to the finish line and close this game out, they're still looking for points here in the final minute of this game. I think bonuses could be gained and attained with maybe more points.
And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this